My first look at Alien Legacy from Sierra was when I saw you schlepping around the office with 88 full pages of instructions. To put it kindly, I had few expectations for a game requiring that much documentation. However, once I got beyond manual overload, I discovered a very enjoyable game.
You definitely have your hands full playing this game, that's for sure. Strategy games keep getting more and more ambitious. At least Alien Legacy handles itself well. It dumps a lot of responsibility in your lap, but the game is very well organized and lets you have a good time being stressed out.
You're in command of a seed ship that has escaped an interstellar war that has wiped out the planet Earth, and your job description is simple: save the human race. Luckily for you, Sierra's designers have created an interface that makes it all possible. Once you get into the game, you can leap from task to task with the greatest of ease through the use of the General Options menu, which pops up when you hit Tab or the right mouse button. I may be exaggerating a little when I say this is the greatest thing since the invention of the hard drive, but not much.
That little go-to menu is about the best thing since sliced cheese. In a game as far-reaching and complex as Alien Legacy, you need a good interface to keep you from going insane and strangling your coworkers. But don't worry, I'll find an excuse to choke you later.
Now that I've embarrassed myself falling all over the interface design, I feel it's only fair to warn you this isn't a game to play if you've got a half hour to kill. It's complicated.
Yeah, this is definitely not a coffee break game. In fact, you may want to schedule a week-long vacation to get in some serious playtime. The game is fast-paced, but there's so much to do that you need a good chunk of time to accomplish anything. To compensate for this, you get a hell of a good return on the time invested.
You have a group of advisors who all seem to have one request: expand. It's actually good advice, since exploration is essential for your survival, but it's made extremely difficult by the fact that the resources you need are way scattered. You'll go through a case of Excedrin trying to overcome your supply problems.
Supply and transport, supply and transport. I'll be hearing that in my sleep for months to come. Whenever you start a colony, it always requires massive transfusions of supplies from more established areas. Once you venture off your starting planet, you'll also have to keep a close watch on the planet's orbits to give yourself a good launch window. That's one of the very few things I wish the game had included: an automatic sequence that launches your ships when a good launch window appears.
So there's nothing simple about playing Alien Legacy, but I couldn't care less. There's a fine line between challenging and impossible in games of this sort, but Sierra has produced one that's good enough to make the hard work of saving mankind seem worthwhile.
The one thing that's simple is the interface, and that's the most important part. I had an easy time getting into the game because at the start it's not too complicated. Boy, does that change. The time I've spent playing Alien Legacy has to be measured in days, not hours, and I'm still nowhere near the end. Its strongest selling point is that it's well worth the time and stress you'll put into it.